Yeah, I usually find when you get away with a shot like that, it sort of wakes up your concentration again, and you think to yourself, I'm not going to let that happen again. As you say, John, when it hits the first jaw of the pocket, normally they don't go in. I've seen a few this week that have hit the jaws and gone in.
Yeah, I sometimes say if they're not played with too much pace, then gravity takes over, but there's enough pace in that to keep it out. Didn't play the best positional shot actually on the pink, but he's recovered it nicely. Doesn't have a lot to do, he may have to get the extension out, unless he plays the red to the left middle. 57 ahead, 83 remaining. This basically boils down to a couple of reds, couple of colours. Always using the extension, doesn't have to do a lot for position on the black, and if he gets good position on the black, surely it's a formality. Well,
Mark Selby, 57.
I don't know, there was something about it. I'm like you, Stephen, you know, you think the top players are not going to be frightened when they get near the winning line, but the last three shots, he looked a bit shaky. For some reason, he shouldn't be.
Yeah, the black that he almost missed, he got down and without chalking his cue straight down from the red, and obviously it was a shot that he would never expect to miss. And it's as if it's sort of, you know, put him back a little bit. But myself, when I used to almost miss a shot, it sort of makes you right, I'm not going to let that happen again. Is this Stephen Lee's last chance to get back into this match?
Well, yes, I mean,
8.
we see in sport so many times how things can turn around on just one shot. Well, not for 1 minute
9.
thinking that, but he certainly let his opponent off the hook here. This match should have been over now.
$16. $70.
Still 40 points behind, which needing all the balls on the table. That's what it's going to take to pull this frame out of the fire. But it's certainly an opportunity Stephen would never have expected. Glance at the scoreboard, I don't think whatever
23.
colours he takes, he's going to need them all. Because 4 reds, 4 blacks would be 32 points, so he'd go into the colours, 2 points behind. So just concentrate and pot all the balls and you win the frame.
$24.
Again, just a little bit more angle than he would like on the black to comfortably drop on these 2 reds. That's why he's had to play for the red by the pink. Quite straightforward. Has to make sure he has an angle if he has to play for the pink here. Has to come past the pink with a cue ball.
Yeah, he could play for pink or black. I think he may be able to run through here and avoid the kiss on the pink, but if he plays for the pink, he doesn't want to finish straight. So he decided to run through for the black, and once again in that position where he's going to, it seems the only surefire way to be on a red is to play a cannon, which can always go wrong. Delicate little shot needed now.
39.
And of course, in the position he is, he knows if he misses it, he's out of the Masters. But I think he can just about drop it in. But will he want to play with a little bit more pace? So if he misses it, it doesn't stay in the jaws. Angle on the blue. He's given himself every chance. Another one that just caught the near jaw, but I think that was a little bit further in the pocket.
45.
Mm.
46.
Well, he's just been a little bit too far for the blue. And I don't know why he just didn't stun that in then and caught the left-hand side of the table. No matter which colour he played, he was going to need all the colours.
Yeah, the stun, if you're too hard on a bulk colour. If you're too hard for the blue into the right centre, you're going to have an easy green to screw out for the yellow. I think there was more chance of error the way I played it.
51.
Straight yellow. Gets this, this should be frame over. Cued that lovely.
53.
Yeah, if anything, he probably cued it too well, but it shouldn't cause a problem. No, it was
56.
just good enough. I always think with this clearance, it's all about if he pots the brown, gets good on the blue, it's a formality. He's
60.
good on the blue. We've just got to roll this in. Only the pink will be needed.
65.
Well, as I say, I'm sure he was in his seat thinking he was out of this tournament. Not just yet. This pink, all that was required. And in it goes.
71.
So Mark Selby will be sitting in his seat there thinking, why are we playing another frame? But we are,
in a frame.
because he
Stephen
missed
Lee.
a very easy ball when he was in. Stephen Lee now, well, still a mountain to climb, but he's on his way back. 5-2, Selby.
Indeed, there is still life left in this match. There have been moments so far from Stephen Lee where he hasn't been under any pressure and doesn't perform. But then, a situation like that, Steve, he's under enormous pressure and he does perform.
Yes, I mean, nowhere else to go in that situation, and it would be easy to completely throw the towel in, but no, he's got fight in him. For me, though, we've mentioned on some of the blogs and forums that Stephen Lee is probably the biggest underachiever in the game, the best player to have never won the UK World and Masters, and you wonder what a more dedicated to the profession Stephen Lee would have been over the years. Still not too late as well, but he is a great player and a great cueist, John.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny thing is, if you're Mark Selby there and you're just trying to get over the line, he's missed the little red, the red with the rest there and everything, you just know that when you've made that mistake, your opponent's going to clear up there. Yeah. It's one of those horrible feelings that you have. You think this should have been all over. And sometimes matches have changed on him. Obviously, he's still got very much an uphill task, 5-2 behind Stephen Lee.